My name is NonStopAntonio, and it's time to jump into another episode of My Hero Academia. This time we're going to be watching episode 135/22, titled Friend. Last week on My Hero Academia, Deku had a little bit of a fight with Lady Nagant, unlocked a new quirk, saved Shizuki. On top of it all, told him he has to apologize to Eri. So let's see what's going to happen in this week's episode of My Hero Academia in my reaction and discussion. Welcome to NonStopAntonio, where I talk about everything nerdy. I love Marvel, DC, and anime, and if you do too, I hope you enjoy this video. So Deku has 2 months to figure out how everything's gonna happen and go down, so it's gonna be interesting to see how our heroes deal with all this stuff now. You can really see the rage in Deku's eyes, like, even though they're blue, you can see like the twisted rage that's gonna happen out of it. Oh, they already found the... Never mind, they already found the mansion. Or right off the bat, they're already here. I didn't actually think they'd get here right now. I'm actually a little shocked. Don't be rash, Deku. That's all he is. He's going straight in. Oh, he's not rash, but he's ready to go after them. And let me guess, it was all a trap? She was supposed to tell him that? Because All For One knew she'd betray him? Most likely. I knew he figured he was already actually more than 2. He's like 100 steps ahead of all of them. He's kind of got a point. People who look different get ostracized. And, like, if they don't fit in their society, they get looked down on. But also, this is 100% a twisted view on the world and everything else. Even though some of the pieces are true. Oh, look, he's not after All Might anymore because All Might doesn't have the power, but he's after Deku because Deku has that power. They blew up by fucking explosive. Oh my god. Okay, well, we know they're all fine, right? Ah, yes, they were narrowly able to escape it. Oh, Lady Nagant is still alive somehow. Okay, she survived. Barely. So Death Arm's retired. Another hero, the boo can overshadow the cheers. So they're getting booed and they don't want to listen like that, and they realize that, you know, they're not different. They're the same as everyone else. It looks like I wasn't a hero, I was just human. Everyone's just human in the end, which is true. Even the heroes, they're just normal people in the end. Some trying to do it right, some enjoying being a hero, but also enjoying that cheering. Ooh, a lot of people are retiring. There's less and less heroes every day. I don't want to tell the world about Deku because it feels like he'd be a target for everyone then. And I don't want to do that. He won instantly. God damn. Deku looks fierce as shit in that. Look at him, he's like, he looks evil. He might explode, be careful. Oh, look at All Might giving Deku some food as he runs around on his vigilante duty. You don't have to follow me. Ooh, Deku wants to take everything on his own now. He's done with the heroes with them. He knows that All For One's only going to be after him, so he wants to keep everyone safe by making sure no one is around to stop him. He's trying to make sure that All Might doesn't get caught up in everything. Ooh. All Might's going to take everything on him, but to be fair, every one of the predecessors have taken on All For One with One For All. So it's like, it's not exactly All Might's burden, it's all of their burdens. But All Might sees it as his burden because he didn't want to pass it on to Deku. And and in the end, that's what happened. Is that who I think is that Stain? Yes, it is. Ooh, are we going to get Stain in this episode? We see what he does now with all the villains loose. I heard that he has a bunch of different quirks. Oh, the rumors are going around that Deku has more than one. Isn't that All For One's ability? Is he a Nomu? Ooh, people are thinking Deku's a Nomu. But he saves people. I guess the rumors are going around. He doesn't look like a hero. That's true. Look at him. He looks like a fucking monster. Deku looks crazy, but we know he's a heart of gold. That's probably going to get a little bit corrupted on his way out. Looking at Deku flying around with the black whip and just float, he looks like a monster, and it looks awesome. Like this kid that went from a little bunny costume to this. Ooh, the vestiges are worried. They're worried about him. I like how they're all worried about Deku, but he realizes that this is Deku's path. It's what they all had to do. We're finally getting the final quirk, the one we haven't seen yet. Look at Deku just absolutely mopping the floor with these little criminals. Oh, now the civilians are scared of Deku because he has multiple quirks. Because no one knows what One for All is. Whoa, it's King Shark. Holy shit. This giant-ass villain, another one. You just have Deku going around and saying everyone he can, but also scaring the civilians at the same time, remembering all his loved ones in order to make everyone smile again. Look at Deku, looks so dark and evil, but his goals are so pure of light. What the heck? That dude has... What is going on? His head's in his body. That guy looks weird as shit. Let me guess, he has a bunch of... His name is Dictator? A jailbreaker from Tartarus. Ooh, this is where Stain comes in to give him help? Because in Stain's eye, Deku and All Might are like true heroes that are allowed to live in the society. Oh, he can control people. I mean, that makes sense. His name is Dictator, so I guess that's what the point is. Crust was the only one. But Crust is now dead because we saw him die in the earlier episodes. Look, you can see that Deku's still his normal self. Like, he has his notes. He knows how to take down these villains. And, like, he knows how it works. Deku's gonna pass out, I think, right now. He doesn't have the energy to do this. That's why he's just standing there. He's like, it's okay. Oh, no! Bakugo's coming in for the save. Let's go. We got the students. We got the classmates coming in to finally help. Let's go. I've been waiting for this moment. Like the title of the episode, Friend. Yes, I've been waiting for this. He can't do everything on his own. He's got to have his friends by his side, the people he trusts the most. Look, the students are tired of just sitting around and staying in the dorms. They're ready to help. Look, I like how they're real. Bakugo's real. They're like, nah. They're all hiding something. Deku and All Might are working with the three heroes in secret, doing something. Let's force our way in. Uraraka getting that backbone, getting ready to, like, get her answers. Deku, he's crazy. That could be a little crazy yourself. I mean, you all are. To be fair, to be a hero in this kind of world, you kind of have to be a little crazy to go up against some of the shit you have to go against. Wait, it's only been a year? I thought it had been at least 2. What the fuck is going on? How many... The timeline for My Hero Academia seems so long, but it's so short. They say it's okay to bring him back. They want the students to come back. Our class is gonna go and take Deku and drag him back to UA because it's under their... The students are under their protection. But they're also capable of protecting themselves. They've fought villains after villains after villains this last 6 seasons, and they survived. They can deal with it. Bring them back with your own hand. The classmates are here. Everyone's here, heroed up to drag Deku back to the school. Look at Deku. He's worn. He's tired. He's done. Oh my god. Yeah, I love Deku's dumbass name. Just what we want from the great One for All successor. Oh, Bakugo. Are you able to smile right now? Not really. In order to smile. For everyone to live in peace. I have to go. Someone's gonna stop him before he jumps away, right? Look at the fuck. Deku looks pure evil in this. Like, he looks like a bad guy, but you know he's not. They all have to forcibly stop him because they know he won't back down because he's so goddamn stubborn. Why does it have to end there? I wanted to watch that. Oh, why? Oh, fuck. Just another amazing episode from My Hero Academia. God damn. Let's skip to the end. Let's go to the end and see what happens. I want to watch the preview. I love watching the preview. I thought Stain was going to come in at that point, though, because Stain was watching them. Trying to burden himself with everything, and his classmates are trying to drag him back, make him understand, and they're fighting him. Like, I like how they have to fight him because he's so... The next episode is called Deku versus Class A because he's so determined. He wants to do this alone because he doesn't want anyone getting hurt. He wants to make it that they can all smile again. And by bringing them into this, like, someone can get seriously hurt or killed, and he doesn't want that. So instead of doing that, he's going to fight them so they can't do that. He's stubborn. Deku is so goddamn stubborn. Let's talk about it. So what I love about My Hero Academia is how it really shows us what kind of hero Deku is, and how it's showing that he's turning into like this lonely monster. Like, and it's visualized so well because of how his suit looks. Like, he does not look like a hero. You can see that all the civilians are freaking the hell out because they see him. He has multiple quirks, and he does not look like a good guy. So they all think he's working for All For One, even though he's helping them. I don't know what they're thinking, but hey, I mean, to be fair, Deku does look scary. If you saw that guy coming up and saving you, I mean, I think I would question it a little bit because you're like, oh shit, he saved me. But he also looks like a goddamn monster. And I like how they also point out in the very beginning of the episode with All For One and the hero saying that, like, All For One's talking about how if you look different, you're ostracized. How if you make one wrong move, you turned into a villain. And the society really shows that. And then you also have the hero side showing that heroes have been giving up. They're retiring. They've been booed. They don't want to do this anymore. They're just human, just like everyone else, but they're getting booed. They're not getting cheered. The cheers help motivate them. But because now they're getting booed, they're like, I'm not doing this, because in the eyes of the public, even if they do good, they're not doing any good. So they just don't want to take that criticism, which I think really draws the line about who's really a hero and who's not. Because the people who are only in it for the cheers, are they really just heroes? But the people who are getting booed and still doing stuff are heroes. And I think it's really showing who's in it for the popularity and the fame, and who's in it to actually do good. Because you have Deku out there, he's not getting cheered, he's being scared, he's scaring people, but he's still out there because he wants to make the world smile, he wants to make his friends smile, he wants the world to be better again. But you can see how dark it is on him, and how much it's wearing him down. His eyes, you can tell on his entire face, he is exhausted, and he's hurt, and he's weak, and he keeps fighting anyways. And I love when Bakugo comes in because the whole Class A is worried about him. They know he's going to go do stuff on his own because they've been with him for the last year. And they know how he is. So the only way to make sure to help him and make sure he's safe is to drag his ass back all the way back to UA. And I love how even the principal is like, yeah, we're going to bring him back here because we've upgraded this to defense. I agreed to it at first, but no. He's under our protection. We need to bring him back because he's just a kid. He's just a kid. And I love how Bakugo is even like, you left him with All Might. You can't leave him with All Might. Like, someone needs to be able to talk some sense into Deku. And, you know, Bakugo's that person to talk some sense into Deku. So next episode's going to be interesting with him dragging his ass back and beating him up because he's easily too powerful for all of them. However, Deku's not going to want to hurt his friends. They're not going to want to hurt him. And Deku's also exhausted. So there's a good chance they're going to be able to drag his ass all the way back. Especially with Bakugo and Uraraka there, they're going to be able to talk some sense into him. Bakugo's going to yell at him, and Uraraka's going to reach out heart to heart to try to drag his ass back to UA. Because I think he's going to have to realize, too, that all of them have faced hundreds of villains already. They have fought in the summer training camp. They have fought in the very first season at the stadium with the disaster stuff. They have fought villains after villains after villains. Him and Kirishima and Uraraka went after Chizaki. Like, there's all these different big moments over the last 6 seasons that they have fought a lot of villains and they've survived it. So if they work together, they can do it. And I think they have a better chance of working together rather than Deku going off on his own. I really like where this season's going. I love it so much. It's so freaking good. Watched AOT yesterday, and if you want to see that reaction, I'll put it at the end of the video, plus in the description. But god damn, Attack on Titan was a masterpiece yesterday, but this is it's so different and it's so good. I love it. I can't really compare the two, but I have such a good time watching both animes. Really, I have a good time watching most animes. I can't wait to watch another episode next week. We're coming down onto the final weeks of My Hero Academia, and it's gonna suck that it's over. I might have to start reading the manga, but I'll probably still stop reading the manga by the time I get before season 7 because I don't want to spoil anything for me. But still, oh my god, it's so good. What did you think of this episode of My Hero Academia? What do you think of the differences showing who's a real hero and who's not? Because of what they showed at the very beginning, and the society as a whole. This hero society that should be accepting, but it really isn't. Let me know down in the comments. And if you like this video, like my reaction, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.